Welcome back to the channel. So we are starting our holiday series. We just got past Halloween and we are coming up on Thanksgiving and the Christmas holiday, and we're definitely looking for those types of recipes to complete a holiday meal. But you spend a lot of time and effort trying to make the perfect turkey or the perfect ham and the perfect side dishes, and sometimes the bread portion of it just gets pushed to the back burner. You end up just doing the freezer biscuits or the yeast rolls and things like that. But today I'm going to show you an easy way to make some delicious bread to take to any holiday dinner. And I'm going to show you both a savory version and a sweet version. So let's get started. The first thing we need to do is whip the butter. And this is a little bit colder than room temperature. I don't want it to start melting or getting too soft. I don't want it to be melted. But I also don't want it to be so cold that we have a hard time breaking it up. All right, and then we're going to be going in with our hand mixer. Now, you can do this with a stand mixer, and that's probably the way I'd recommend doing it, but this is what we have outside in the outdoor kitchen, so this is what we're going to use. We're just going to start on low and start breaking up that butter. All right, and since we're doing two different variations, I'm going to split what we have in half. All right, so for variation number one, this is going to be our savory version. We're going to add some of our Mad Dog Spog seasoning. If you don't have any, of course you need to get yourself some, but you can just do your salt, pepper, onion, and garlic separately. We've just kind of taken the work out of it and got the perfect balance. Then I'm adding some chives. Here, I'm going to take this lid off. A little bit of coriander. We're going to add some minced garlic next. I've got a block of New York extra sharp cheddar. We're going to grate some of this into the butter. And then we're going to grate some more of this cheese on the side, but I do want some in the butter. Just like that. And then a little bit of this Italian cheese blend here. This has got mozzarella, provolone, Asiago, Parmesan, and Romano. So nice little Italian blend. A little pinch of it there. And we're going to continue mixing this until it kind of becomes like a light, airy texture, so it's whipping the butter. All right, so I'm going to do this. It's really loud, so I'm going to do this off camera, and I will come back to you as soon as this part is done. All right, so we've got our butter all whipped up, and as you can see, it's kind of gotten this white look to it, and it looks all nice and fluffy. So now we're going to fill our easy way to do this. Slide this out of the way. Is to take a glass and use the rim of the glass to hold open the top of your piping bag. Just like that. Scoop this out. Just push it right down into our bag. Now we've got a piping bag with all our butter in it. All right, and this is a Mad Dog's First. We are in the kitchen and we have ran out of daylight. So now we have some temporary lighting. I've got a ring light set up here, another light above me. So the lighting situation isn't the best, but we're going to work with it. All right, so our next step is I've got this artisan bread. It's kind of a French bread, but it's real crusty. It doesn't look good. We're going to take a sharp knife. We're going to score, but not cut all the way through. this all the way across, about 1-inch strips. Just make sure not to go all the way through. Okay. So now that we've got that done, we're going to take our piping bag and we're going to stick it down in that area and we're going to pipe some of our butter down in between the slices of bread. I'm kind of using the tip of the bag to get down towards the bottom and then dragging it upwards to get towards the top. Alright, so now we're going to turn this on the diagonal, and where we cut this direction, now we're going to cut this direction. Make some diamonds. Roughly 1-inch slices. Alright. Now as you can see, we've got those. So now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take our butter and we're going to pipe it in and fill up all of these new slices. Alright, so now that we have the entire thing full, we're going to take our remaining butter and we are just going to pipe it however it'll stick, just right over the top. Now we are going to top it with some more of our white cheddar and a little more of our Italian blend, and this is going to go onto the Traeger just long enough to melt all of the butter and cheese down into the bread. This is actually going onto the Traeger right beside some chicken that we have cooking. We're just going to let this all cook at the same time. So we will be back with the results. Let's get on to the sweet version, our dessert bread. Alright, so here is our second half of our butter. We are going to sweeten this version up. So I've got some brown sugar, 3 or 4 teaspoons there. Some cinnamon. We've got some local honey. Add in there. And then just a little bit of Mexican vanilla. Now we're going to whip that up just like we did the previous one. Alright, so we've got our butter over the top. Now we're going to take another drizzle of honey, some more cinnamon, and we're going to stick this onto the Traeger and let that all melt down. Has some delicious honey butter bread. Well, unfortunately, as if there wasn't enough issues while filming this video, my mic decided to die during this part, and I had no idea until I was editing the footage. So, what I'm doing here is showing you how the bread pulls apart. Now, this bread was delicious. This is the next day, and we have none left. It is gone. But the bread is soft in the middle. It's got a delicious crispy outside on it, so you get the crunch. The garlic's got that nice cheese that's on it. And then with the dessert loaf, that is like the perfect balance of the honey butter. It was so good. Very reminiscent of monkey bread. But yeah, this was definitely a winner. We were extremely happy with how they turned out, and this is such an easy recipe that you can throw together and bring to a holiday meal and impress some people without spending hours in the kitchen or breaking the bank. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for today. I do apologize for the voiceover here at the end and for the poor lighting. We are always working to expand and improve our videos, so these issues will be addressed soon enough. Alright, I will see you guys in the next one with our next holiday recipe.